Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have DJ Head calling Harvey Levin from TMZ about Drake's appeal, going on to say he doesn't have a chance, never had a chance, and that this looked like a botched publicity stunt. And a little background before we start: Harvey Levin practiced law, taught law, and was also an investigative reporter, so he definitely has a deep understanding of law. But I honestly said this from the jump: this case was weak. Not only was Drake an active participant, but he slung mud first and actually goaded Kendrick Lamar into speaking about those allegations in the tailor-made record. And I expect the same outcome that we just saw, but now in the appeal process. Because an appeal isn't where new evidence is introduced. An appeal is designed to assess if the judicial system didn't follow proper procedure. They're not putting this on trial, even if victorious, which I honestly highly doubt. It would then be given to another judge to more than likely be dismissed, unless they restructure and just file a whole new lawsuit, because this defamation suit definitely didn't have any legs to stand on. But the only real chance they actually have is like a Hail Mary attempt in a reality where they really actually have that explosive red button. But you're going to need something that makes sense. But if they really had that slam dunk piece of evidence, don't you think they would have just introduced it the last go around? My thoughts exactly. Of course they would have. I know these lawyers are going to try to bill Drake for as much as they can, but Drake, how much money are you willing to burn to look even crazier? But enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into this video where we have DJ Head calling Harvey Levin from TMZ about Drake's appeal, where he went on to say he doesn't have a chance, never did, and this looked like a botched publicity stunt. And contrary to popular belief, all publicity isn't good publicity.
Yes. And so we were talking about appeals, and I'm trying to figure out the probability of a successful appeal attempt.
Zero.
Zero. Who was that? Who said that?
It's Harvey.
Oh, Harvey.
Coming directly from Harvey. Again, the guy that practiced law for over 20 years, guys. And if we were going to ask anyone's opinion, it was more than likely going to be Harvey Levin. Why? Because the dude not only practiced law, but he also has a very successful, honestly, an empire over at TMZ. Their line of business would definitely breed a lot of these type of defamation cases, because that's what this is all about. So if anyone's going to know the do's and don'ts of defamation, it's going to be Harvey Levin and TMZ.
What's up, Harvey?
Yeah. It's a stupid lawsuit. And
Agreed.
There's no basis for it. And the judge basically said that. But the judge used Drake's own words to basically kill the case, which is
Literally day one.
that this was a rap battle. And this is what people do. They speak in hyperbole and rap. Nobody confuses rap for fact.
And Harvey is 1,000% correct. If we were to believe everything Ice Cube said, or everything Eminem said, or 50 said, then we would all be left looking very, very foolish.
And the judge booted the case because there was never a case to begin with. It was a stupid thing. It makes Drake look like an absolute loser.
Something that he has looked a lot of over the last year and a half, mostly at his own doing. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar dog walked him, but I truly feel that Drake did the most damage and harm to his reputation and stock. You can try to blame everyone else, but at the end of the day, you are the one doing all these things. He was trying to paint himself as the hero, the martyr, the person that was taking on the industry for the little guy. But at the end of the day, would Drake actually be doing any of this if he was still wielding the power he once had over those people over at UMG? When it comes to this diva type behavior, yeah, the entertainment business is going to look the other way if they're getting their ROI, if they're getting their investment return back tenfold, because at the end of the day, the money is definitely the motive. It's the music industry. The product they are selling is the music, even though some of that has changed because of 360 deals. You are literally the product. But just like in the film world, guys, yeah, an actor or an actress may be able to keep getting roles even though they're an asshole. But as soon as those films start tanking, guess what? Now you're not getting booked anymore.
So but they can legally file an appeal to this.
Of course,
They can, but if Drake wants to keep throwing money at it, they're going to lose.
Literally flushing money down the toilet.
I have a question. Do you think
There is nobody who is going, no judge is going to say, oh, the public believes you're a certified pedophile. Just the way they're not going to believe that Kendrick has a kid born from another mother.
And that he was also a perpetrator of DV. When it's all said and done, Drake was also throwing mud, and he threw it first. You can't be surprised when the energy you were giving out gets reciprocated and lands on your doorstep. A lot of the stands out there try to run with the narrative that just because an appeal was made or a motion was filed or a lawsuit is filed, that it's actually rooted in facts, but that's not necessarily the case. There's a lot of frivolous lawsuits that are filed all the time. They just get thrown out.
Harvey, quick question.
Hyperbolic.
So you're viewing this as very frivolous from the jump. Do you think that it's unprecedented because Drake has the money to kind of have this battle, which most artists don't? Do you think he spent millions of dollars in this pursuit?
Oh, yes, he's definitely. I mean, well, I don't know what his lawyers are charging, but See, it's been a long time.
But Drake hasn't really been the best with his money. He gambles a lot of it away anyway, which is what he obviously did here.
Yeah, I have a theory about this case that there's no way that the lawyers told Drake he was going to win this. I just don't believe that. And especially
not in good conscience.
It's not even against Kendrick. It's against UMG.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they ever really believed they were going to win it. I think somehow...
Yeah, because if you actually file something on Kendrick Lamar, he can just go and countersue and say that you did the very same thing and also did it first.
Drake believed he was going to get good publicity by
He's the hero.
Taking the offensive by suing. And I think that never made sense and it backfired.
Yeah, Harvey, last question. I saw the video where you initially said that about Kendrick, and you were basically saying like Drake didn't want to sue Kendrick, so he sued the label. Do you think this goes any differently if he had sued Kendrick? And do you think that
it goes way worse, I feel.
Really was the intent? Like he wanted to sue based on the Kendrick lyrics, but he knew how bad that would look?
If you read the opinion, it would apply to Kendrick the way it applied to UMG.
Wow.
Yeah, because the opinion didn't actually address UMG. It was really just about the lyrics.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have gone any differently. But
my last question, Harvey, because you are actually, you're a law person. Have you ever seen...
And he more than likely still is. A lot of these people, even though they're not practicing, they do take the bar exam to keep certified.
You're in law.
Okay. I get it.
He also taught it for a long time.
No, but have you ever seen...
Esquire.
Go back to the top. Go back to the first page, Jeremy. In the dismissal, they used verbiage. They used like lyrics from the songs. They actually called the Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar dealt the metaphorical killing blow. Like, have you ever seen language like this in a dismissal or a lawsuit?
Well, Judge Vargas obviously has a future in music journalism if he ever chooses to go down that path. But you shouldn't be too surprised. Judges get these type of bars off all the time.
There was once a case, and I've forgotten who it involved, but it was a similar thing with a rap battle, and the judge actually wrote a rap song.
This judge in this case was also the judge in Eminem's suit. Eminem was sued by one of his former classmates.
Yeah.
He said that one of his songs was bullying him, and the song was about that kid bullying Eminem.
I love this show.
The judge in the ruling actually on the bench.
Oh, are you serious?
That's hard.
Yes.
Oh.
You gotta remember, hip-hop has been around for so long at this point that, yeah, most of us are fans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you got to look it up.
Okay, yeah, we're going to pull that up.
So it's the same judge. I forget what the case was, somebody versus Marshall, but...
And that just shows that she was obviously qualified for this.
It was the same judge. We looked it up last week when the dismissal came down.
Don't ask us to repeat it.
No, I'm not.
Boys, Harvey, some boys.
I'm cutting this off before we get to that point.
No, thanks, Charles. Thanks, Harvey.
Thanks,
I
Charles.
Appreciate you guys.
All right.
And while it's always good to get confirmation from an expert, I think anyone with some common sense would have seen this coming a mile away. This case was baseless. At the end of the day, this was just him trying to get some type of victory because Drake couldn't do it through rap. He couldn't do it in the rap battle. He couldn't out-rap Kendrick. Drake tried to make himself look like the Robin Hood of the industry, the hero they needed. But at the end of the day, he wouldn't be doing any of this, at least I think, if he were still the man over at UMG. And it's not like he isn't still making a ton of money, even though streams are going down. The new records obviously have been flopping, but you don't make it to the level he did without having the full weight of the industry machine behind him. At the end of the day, the people still have to gravitate to the music, which we have to be objective about, obviously. Because these companies can throw as much money they want into an artist, but if people aren't gravitating towards them, then yeah, it's pretty much money flushed down the toilet, just like this money that he's spending on these lawyers. But I truly don't think anyone can get to this level without any behind-the-scenes help. You know what I mean? Whether it's botting, preferential treatment over at Spotify on their playlist, or just all the press contacts, and honestly, all the relationships you get when you do sign with one of these big companies that have been around forever. So I definitely agree with Harvey, and I have believed that this was baseless from the start. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think the appeal has any chance of actually being successful? Even if it does, it's going to get dismissed, especially if it's the same exact case. So unless they actually have that nuke that they're talking about, which I highly doubt, because that obviously should have been Exhibit A if that were the case, then I don't see any other outcome other than that appeal getting rejected, and if it does get through, then of this case getting dismissed again. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. I really want to thank you guys so much for continuing to make this channel a part of your day. It honestly means the world to me, and all the love and support that you guys continue showing this channel on a daily. It's honestly overwhelming and probably the biggest reason why I make these videos. So I really want to let you guys know how grateful I am for all of it. I do want to send a big shout out to all those that have been joining YouTube memberships. Small way to support the channel, but definitely goes a very long way in helping out. And a very big super thank you to all those that have been sending super thanks, because guys, it has been tremendous. And I definitely want to let y'all know how appreciative I am for all your support. If you guys do want to keep the conversation going, definitely follow me over on X. I've actually been very active over there, and definitely join the Discord as well. It's probably going to be the easiest way to make sure you get video drop notifications. And both those links will be in the pinned comment and also the description. So I'm definitely looking for your take on this and what you guys think the outcome of the appeal will be. Hope you guys love this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. This case will definitely be studied for decades to come in music entertainment law.